what's going on? This is Precise. I have a beat that I pulled up or a loop that I pulled up called Sinister Thoughts. So I don't know what I want to do with this. I know where I'm going with it. It's just the melody. When you hear it, you'll see where I'm kind of like perplexed a little bit. So let's see, because this sounds nice, but what I want to do is kind of center each of the loops because they're on the left and the right pan. One's on the left and track two's on the right pan. So what I want to do is solo the left pan first. See what I want to do with it. If I try to put Empire on there, which is like a guitar amp, so you can make anything sound like so we also got VC30. See, I'm gonna get off of this because what it does is it just makes the whole system and the performance of it whack, as it been doing for like the last few weeks, which is kind of strange for it. But whatever the case, we'll just figure it out from there. So what I did was I just go ahead and put an EQ on. Catholic churches with the pipe organ. There's always this touch on it. Let's hear that, how that sounds with the other. And Yeah, so that right there already sounds good enough that I really can do more with the processes of working, the drums down the way I want to. Okay, I don't know where that one came from. I'll probably just let me go edit. So what I want to do is get started on these hi-hats and make sure that we pretty much got everything in there. Yeah, all hi-hats, kicks, my Gucci kit, the rim shot on the fifth track, and then the 808 on the sixth track. And one thing that I don't do is I don't program the 808 because it's already notated. It's got this blue that lets you know the notes that they have configured into the pad is where they're going to be. So you work those notes together to make the best out of it, the best melody within the notation. Because we're at F sharp minor, which is kind of difficult to really, pinpoint exact notes that you want until you start doing it. So it's a matter of going back and forth to do it. But yeah, let's get started on this pattern, this hi-hat pattern. Nope. There we go. That's right there. Double that. Come back up here. Back to C. So that's pretty much what I'd be trying to do is make different patterns or different pieces to the hi-hat that works the best for where I'm going with the rhythm. So, I mean, all of this goes into the right notes. It'll bounce, and man, when that bounce hit, it's going to be crazy. Watch. So, some people want to double these, like each 2 bars is the same pattern now, because you'll lose out on where you're trying to go with the rhythm itself. So it's not going to do you any favors trying to just do 2 bars at a time and then just let that be your rhythm. No. And penciling these or actually doing a live drum session off of a beat machine or drum machine or a keyboard is very imperative for you to play it, to the loop itself, or playing it live for however long you want to do it if you can. For me, I used to go like 16 bars of rhythm or a loop, even if the loop is duplicated from 8 bars to 16. I try to double it because it's just like, you can keep going. Instead of duplicating the pattern, make new patterns, and then you can duplicate that and let that be your rhythm. Or if you want to just do it straight out and just go from there, you have the best option to do that too. But yeah, I like where this is going. I'm going to go ahead and take it to 1/32 notes. If it did it, let's see. There we go. So those is where I get my splits at the grid. That where I get those. It's like triplets, but they're quadruplets. So you can tell, like, once you So usually when you want to make your notes, split them. That way it gets that it feels like you're putting hold on. It's like you're putting little perks in here. Like you put little pieces where they're going off. And it works. Works the same for 808s. if you know how to put them in different places, like kind of like this, right? Just take off that and then put it down here, or put this down here, and then put this here. Let's see how that sounds off of the third bar. Okay. Back here. As a matter of fact, sometimes what I like to do is loop it to whatever the note that you want to hear to see how that really, how you want to dictate the beat from there. Usually you just loop it so that way you know where you're going with it and kind of give it its own taste. Well, let's see where I'm trying to go right here. That sounds good for if I want to make my cuts and duplicate the cuts. Those would be real good to do. But at this purpose, it's just right now we're trying to craft the beat. You don't want to try to focus on making your cuts and your back-to-backs and pieces that you want to do. You can't just up and do that, and you don't even have all your drums set out yet, so it doesn't make sense to do that. Once again, I want to do the whole entire loop and just let that be its own rhythm within the loop. So we take it back to 1/8. Here. Look up here again. Duplicate these two. Here. Here. Right, and when you start really finding where you want to go, where the pieces that you're trying to put in production, it's going to be simpler for anybody that's just starting out. That once you get to your rhythm, you know it's going to be like clockwork for you. But for me, usually I'm done with a beat in 30 minutes. Like if I'm really trying to pick up on something, or I already got the melody in mind, I just need to get the drums done. I'd normally be done with these in like 15, 20 minutes because it's easy to get them done. It's not like once you get to that point where you're just like, okay, I can make this pattern here and then go here, and as long as you got the plug-in, the proper plug-in for that sound, for your vision, works like a charm. Just practice and consistency helps you in the end with production and in beat making and in arrangement as a musician. So yeah, let me go start off of bar 5. Let's see how that works. Alright, that's tough. So what we'll do with the modulation, let's see if I can actually make the pitch of it go up and down. So like we're up here, we're at the modulation, and we just use the pencil to take it wherever you want to go. Bring it down a little bit over here, bring it up some more. Now here, bring it up some more, or actually keep it up high for those right there. So yeah, let's just bring it up, and then no, hold on. Take that out and bring this over, come back up. And that way you can control the impact of the sound and where you want it to be. It just has its own switch in the area, so it just comes to you in the process of it. So hold on, let's see something real quick. Let's turn this up here, turn this in to come up. You can make points if you like. Yeah, so you can make points and bring it up to whatever level that you wanted to go, or you can drag it out so that you can see down here at the bottom where the point is, down where it says pitch bend, you can alterate where the sound you wanted to go, and you can stretch it out and then put points in the middle to find a spot that you want it to go, or where you felt like you wanted it to be at. You can configure each portion depending on where you want it to start at, right here, or you want to start it right here. You can, and you can, navigate where you want the modulation to change up at. So let's hear what that sounds like. We still haven't finished at all because we still got to do the splits. So make it dance, make it do something. Hi-hats is always something that you can use to do whatever you want to do, and you have the power to do that once you get the understanding of how frequencies work, how sound works, how the plugins do what it does. And it's always good to watch tutorials and see how somebody else is doing it, and look at what they're doing. Because that's how I started to really on my own as a producer, and really trying to create my own music, is watch others. The best teachers is the ones that's already experienced enough to teach and show and evaluate, what other people are doing too. If they're doing live cookups, kind of like this, it's easy money. You just figure out place where you want to put it. So we got here, I'm gonna go over, and we can put that there. And then sometimes what I like to do is make it into the triplets. So you got 1/16 triplet, which makes it into 3 squares, quite something like this. And I'm going to put that over here as well. And then come back. Spots where I feel like there's a pocket, I insert those triplets there, the 1/16 triplets, which makes it dance, makes the 808, and the hi-hat have its own properties. And you can hear without it phasing out and taking away the entire sound altogether. Because that would suck. If you wanted to do that, you wouldn't be able to, really. It just screws you over at some point. Yep, so we go with that, and we take it back to the H. Let's hear it out in total. That's tough. I like that. We go ahead and bounce this. See if there's any. Yes, there is. We are going to take that back. As a matter of fact, you can undo if you let me. It's been slow lately. There we go. So what you want to do when you take it to the mix is sometimes it's best to turn it down. To maybe 1.1. Hi-hats don't really need to be loud. They just need to be loud enough to have an impact. So let's hear it again. Kill. So, bounce again. Let's see if that works. no clipping. That's the best thing. You don't want your drums to clip. You don't want anything to clip in general, but especially your drums, because once they start clipping, you can't hear the entirety of how that pattern goes, and it just makes it a real clusterfuck for you. Trying to make a beat or producing somebody's music, it would be hard for you to try to really get to that point where you wanted to go. But all right, we here with the kick, so we're at, let's see where we can take the kick. We're at 1. We don't want 1 today. We're going to take C squared 1. Choke is at 1. Follow the tempo. Transpose maybe -3 semitones. Let's see. Now, what I'd take out is this last little piece right here that you see up here, because that is an actual after effect or feedback of that kick. So when you get that kick and then it's like the end where it's like a snap, take that out. There you go. So it has a smoother transition. What the hell? Let's just take this last little piece out if I can. I can't, so keep that there. All right. Turn up the attack. Height. Hold. Resonance. Drive. Punch. And then put the hi-hat on HP12 ladder, which gives you the high frequency levels that it needs to be up. It needs to be up on the high frequencies. Or in hi-hat's case. But in this case, for a kick, you put that on LP, which means it will be in the properties of the low frequencies where you hear that boom, boom. It's got a little bass to it too. The kick's got to have a little dum, dum, boom, boom, boom. It's like when you hit the table, right? You know, something like that. Just something to maintain the rhythm of the hi-hat, maintain where you want to go with the God dang it, to get to the rim, how you want the rim to sound. So yeah, you go ahead and just configure it where you want to go on impact. Remember, this is all Studio One. You can do whatever you want to do in other DAWs, whatever how it works. It works, just follow certain sections that you want to set in all DAWs and have it like that. But we're going to put this here. Let's see what it sounds like. All right. Sounds good. Let's see if we can duplicate those. Put a double in here. Alright, that sounds pretty good. But once again, I don't want to just come up with one rhythm. I just want to, make it sound as good as possible without trying to maintain the same type of kind of genericness. You don't want to do that. So make it sound good enough that it has its own place. Yeah, so we got that there. Come back. 1103, and then now I can definitely just duplicate that. But why would I want to do that when I want to kick and have its own style to it? So. sounds good. Like, that's the mode of the rhythm that's going for those first 4 bars. But what I want to do is kind of like keep it in the same properties, but switch it up. How I did the first one. It's kind of like in reverse in a sense. Bounce that. Let's see if it clips, and it doesn't. So that's good. Like I said, one thing you don't want is your drums to clip, because then you have to fuck with the sound and see where you would have to take it in order for it to pretty much make sure the sound doesn't distort. You don't want distortion on certain levels. Like, you don't want distortion on hi-hats. You don't want distortion on your kicks all the time, unless that's where you're going for with the kicks. You want to make them into bass heavy kick, bass heavy 808. Those really work for those. But as far as the kick, not the kick, but the snares and the perks and your hi-hats, you don't want distortion on those. That really hurts you more than it helps. So let's just try to make sure we don't clip. We clip, parts of the song is going to be out of whack or out on phase mode. So it's just, you don't want to do that. You don't want to put yourself through that crap. But you got the kick here. So let's see where we're at with the rim shot. The rim shot is kind of like a little higher out that I wanted. I want to take it to 6 dB. So let's see how that sounds. Oh yeah, that's shit right there. That's tough. Hold on. I want to take it to 3. So let's see how that sounds on 3. That's tough, but see, and I'll do this for all properties because that gives you that rhythm that you need. The kick gives you the rhythm. So I like to do is make my rim shot kick. I don't like my rims to kick. You feel? So if I put it like, say here, right? It's on that 4, so I want to take it off the 4. Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, it's like, that's coming in too fast, so you want to take that, put that on 3. Let's try this, put that here. And all right there. Oh once again, I don't want to duplicate what I did on these. So, say like I want to put one here, right? Put one here. Back over. Put one right here on 6, or actually take that, put that here. And then 7. Double that, and then, yeah, that should be good. Yeah. Hold on. So, normally I like to keep them, like I said, you see them down here. They're not clashing with the kick. It has its own property, and it has its own space to do its own thing rhythmically. So I don't like bunching my kicks and my rim shots together, because it gets in the way and it doesn't feel like it's a bop. You feel me? Like, some guys like to combine their drums together and make it sound a certain way combined with each note. And what it does is just phases one sound out for the other and vice versa. So I don't want to do that. So I'd rather keep my rim shot and my kick separate. So these two, that little space right here where the point is easier for me to have that rhythm and have that bounce to it by itself without really having to do too much. So we'll go ahead and bounce this rim shot. Let's see if it clips. If it clips, please don't clip. There we go. Good job. So delete that, and let's get to that 808. Now remember, we're on F sharp. No, we're on F sharp right now. So what we'll see is F sharp. Let's hear the song. So let's take it down. size. That's why I wanted this right here. The dum dum. That's tough right there. So I want to really do some other stuff with the third and the fourth bar. Kind of give its own property and sound and a bounce to it. So I want to take it up high. Come on. There we go. Yeah. So. Tough, right? So. Three semitones. 1, 2, 3. So let's see how that sounds on bar number 7 to 9 or 7 and 8. I just had another idea. So. Two up high, so grab them, take them down. 1, 2, All right, so let's bounce this 808. This is just beautiful. The way I think I liked it that way. It could be a certain way that you may want it to do, and you always have the right to do the notations. But it's always good to, when you're doing these, when you're crafting them on here, play the note, listen to the beat sometimes and hear where that note is, and play the piano up until you find that note. Once you find that note, everything else works to your advantage when it comes to creating 808. If you have an 808 programmed into something and you put it through your drum machine and you want to go like that, it's better to play it live on a piano or pad than to pencil it, because it's really complicated sometimes. It depends on how you want to do it. It's complicated. But yeah, we got everything done here. So once again, let's grab all the drums, put it on a bus by itself. Put it on a bus. If it'll let me. Come on. Add bus. And what I like to do, once again, go back on here and find one of my presets that I had for the drums. Instrument, drum template, put it in here if I can. Yeah, apply the channel selects. And let's see how that works, if it went through or not. No, let's try it again. Nope. Okay. No matter about that, because we can do whatever we want to do and make it sound whatever we want to. So what I want to do is solo the drums first and kind of have its own properties with the beats itself. So let's hear how that sounds, and then we'll put a EQ on there. Man, it's been going slow today, which is strange. 6 dB on the main channel, just so that you can get that headroom for when you're recording music. So let's just move to where it is. And take it back a little bit so we can start the arrangement process, which is quite easy once you know where you're going. So I kind of want to make this at least 65 bars. There you go. Yeah, pretty good. We want to take it back to the beginning and kind of bring this up a little bit. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I want to duplicate it again. I want 8 in the middle, 8 for the outro. So, and then here will be like a little intermission piece before you get back getting crazy on the beat. But yeah. Let's zoom back in. All right, take it back a little bit. Yep. So this right here, while I'm gone, delete that. I want to split from here and here. Take this out. Take this out. And what I'll do is I'll fade this out. This is what I normally do sometimes when I'm doing my music, is I cut out the last 3, and then what I'll do is cut. So you cut, drag these down here, drag it over. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good, but what I want to do more to this is just really cut the 808 out and then do 1 bar without it being there, you know, so you just and the kick. that's 1 and 2. Then with this, drag, wait a minute, drag back right here, drag that back here, duplicate, play it off 15. Sounds nice, but where do I want to go now? Boom, 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 boom. That would be tough. So let's just go here. Where am I at? Right there. Let me play from there. All right, yeah. So cut it from 3. And cut it from here too. So yeah, I mean it takes a lot to really knock these out the way you want to. So let's just, and sometimes they go off like that. So this what I'll do is take that back, duplicate that, and then bring these back over. Yeah, so hold on. I think I found something. That's tough. Take it back. That's tough, but we're going to keep going because, you know, there's more pieces you can do to this to really make it stand out on its own. It is really, and then zoom in too so you can get other pieces of it. That's what I was trying to do. So yeah, come back over, drag this out. Now, what I'm going to do with this is, once again, I'm turning this down so that way I can hear the song without no extras, extra fuckery going on there. But, anywho, take it down. Here, duplicate. And then, let's play it. You know what? That sounds pretty good like that too. It's like dun 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that'd be tough. Hold on. So, back. Going too far. Like that. Duplicate. That's cool on its own property, and that's where I wanted to go, was really to do its own thing there. So let's see where we're at here. Let's take it back. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the outro. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle. Let's slide in here. Let's see which one that is. So this is the one right here. Yep. So what I want to do is kind of pencil in the sound itself. So I'll whoop. And I whoop. No, but what I wanted to do was kind of like do something with the volume and then bringing it up. So yeah, let me just do this where I can just fade in. this can fade out. So yeah, let me take that right back here, lower it, drag this, get off of the edit. Because what I'll do is cut half of this 808, 37, half of the snare, take the snare out. Keep the hi-hat, so take that, put that there, and then take away the kick, or better yet, keep the snare, each snare in there, but then take it away from that first half. So let's when it starts to fade out like that, let's zoom back in here. Let me go back down here. And what we'll do is we'll take 2 away there, or 2 little beams. Cut this, kind of give it its own flair. And that, drag that back over, duplicate. To the cut, tap that, and drag it back out again. Same thing with the in the beginning. That's the way I liked it. I like that cut. Yeah, it's tough. It's just easy, man. It's a nice flow to it. So what I want to do is cut this right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut that in half. And what I'll do with this piece is reverse the audio. So whatever it was before, it would be tough. So let's take it to bar for you. Yeah. My trusty, tried and true technique is halftime. That, take this up 3 octaves for everything. That's why I highlight everything, because everything's going to get its own piece. And then you drag the loop cursor, drag the loop cursor over to where you want to go at the end, and then you can configure your fade outs from there. You can turn that to the bottom. Turn it back over. Let's see how it sounds. Or better yet, I have a better idea. This right here, we'll do a easy money cut. Yeah. And that sounded pretty good without it, the performance, because you see the performance down here on the left-hand side at the bottom where it says performance. It's keep going in the red. So what it's doing is giving me too much power. So what I want to do is find where that power was that was causing me problems. So usually you can go on, you can edit and kind of like turn the volume down a bit so it doesn't go too far up. You can do the same thing on your buses as well, kind of give you a little less of that skipping sensation, which I don't That's the outro to that. Sister Thoughts, yeah, you know, it right at the end it did that, but it's cool. Once you bounce it, it doesn't have a real big, difference. It doesn't make any difference what it does. But let's see if we change the masterpiece right here. Let's see. One thing I forgot to do, which is always important to do, is put your tags in. Now people don't know who made the beat. Like, who's gonna know who made the beat unless you do that, which is kind of strange. It doesn't really matter, but for all intents and purposes, when you want to gain credit for what you've done, what you've done in your career, that's pretty much good enough for the world. You making your own tags, or you have somebody to make a tag for you, it gives you that sense of not entitlement, but it gives you that sense of belonging and control. Like, you know, you made this, and to you it might be fire, to somebody else it might be something else. It's whatever. But if you feel comfortable in that, then feel comfortable in that. But the best thing I want to do for for me, or as far as the tag, is just to make sure that it has its own property, but instead it promotes what it needs to promote and then go away. Cut out the high, or cut out the low end. Kind of give you some property. That sounded good, right? You know, just turn it down a bit. And then what I'll do is, if it stopped doing that, it's kind of annoying. But maybe that right, that's too bad. That's too much phasing. Alright, what I'll do from there is replace that. So remove let's see if flanger works, maybe. Down a bit. Feedback up, sync that. Well, that's tough. Now we know it. So what I'll do is, and then kind of. We'll stop that for right now. I don't know where the issue is, but usually it works very well. If you're usually making beats on Studio One, usually it depends on what you're doing to it. So it's whatever. But yeah, basically what I'll do is bounce this. It's gonna be in a WAV file, 24-bit. Whenever you're making your song, you can, always change it, make it go into 16-bit off of a 44.1 kilohertz, or 41,1100. You know what I mean? It's kilohertz. Just figure out the kilohertz. It's easy money, because once you learn that in studio production, and then going into making your beats and learning where the frequency response, the levels of frequencies, the terminologies, it becomes easy for you. It becomes natural, and it helps determine where you want the sound to be. So yeah, right now what I'm just doing is just letting it, mix, which, it depends on how fast the computer is going, that where you can, be done with a mix or exporting a song, bouncing it takes it about, not even 3 minutes sometimes. It could be like maybe a minute and a half, and then you're done. But right now it's probably just processing slower than normal, so that's fine. If you get to an area where you have high speed broadband internet and connection, it's easier to get these songs put in quicker, exported faster, and you know you don't have that much issue with the performance or how the cache goes or how the storage is. So I pretty much got enough storage on here where I can make beats, but the performance is too much because sometimes the sounds are higher than where you want it to go with the system. So yeah, once that goes in, boom, we're gonna play that out and see, what will they do? Because it's just a basis of finding those rhythms the way you want them to be. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Studio One, and then we'll slide down to songs if it'll let me. So computer's going slow. I might have to update this and see what's going on, get everything going. Because I love doing this. I kind of missed Friday and Saturday because it just wasn't feeling well. So I'm definitely back now and in full effect and ready to do more of these because it's fun. It's actually really, it's elevating. It's fun to actually do this and, kind of give a little insight that I knew of, and help, add to the community. But yeah, this is Sinister's Thoughts right here. Let's go to full screen. Oh, this sounds so good already. Start doing giveaways for these beats. I'm definitely love to start giving these away to everybody that wants these. You can always hit me up through here or chat or Instagram and anything like that. But that sounds pretty good. I like that. I like how it sounded. And man, if it wasn't for the performance right here, it would have been even easier for me to do the way I wanted to do it on there. So it's fine, I like the beat. I think it sounds pretty good. And I think you have to find those spots in those pockets where you're comfortable with whatever the sound is to you, how you want to mix and master and arrange your productions, whether you're beat making, whether you're miking a piano, putting guitars in the amp and playing the guitar and trying to put filters and presets to help the guitar sound clean or dirty, whatever way you want to do it. You always have to find that common ground for yourself, and then the rest is up to you because you're the creative, and you have to find that niche that makes you you. And for me, these are the things that make my beats mine. Just like however you want to make beats to make it sound like you and make them fit the personality that you're about. So yeah, man. Hey, I'm up out of here, man. But I'm definitely gonna be here tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, Friday or Saturday. If I'm not here Friday, I'm here